Hello, I am Coach Madison, and today I will be teaching you about table tennis stance and serving techniques. In order to warm up for a table tennis match, you must first start by jogging in place for at least 1 minute. Next, you want to warm up your neck. So sit on the floor, crisscross applesauce. Inhale as you bring your head back to the original position. Remember to only move your head, not your spine, and do each of these stretches 10 times. Next would be your shoulders. Rotate your arms forward 10 times and backwards 10 times, slowly. Inhale when you raise your arms and exhale when you lower them. Push against your thigh with your opposite arm. Hold this for 6 to 8 seconds. You should feel this stretch in your lower back and in your hips. Rotate each one and do them 3 times. Next, you would warm up your wrist. Squeeze a rubber or tennis ball in your palm, then extend your fingers 10 to 20 times. This will help strengthen your wrists and get you ready to play. Next would be your hamstrings. Reach as far as you possibly can at the most comfortable position. You would feel tension in the back of your right thigh. Hold this for 6 to 8 seconds and then release. Next, you will stretch your quads. Grab your right or left foot and pull it into the air. Hold it for 6 to 8 seconds. This stretch should be felt in your buttocks and in your lower thigh. Next would be your calves. Keep your feet together and lean forward as far as you can, and you should feel this in your lower leg. Hold this for 6 to 8 seconds. Next, I will teach you about the correct stance. You would want your feet further apart, almost shoulder width apart. Once you have developed a good stance, you will then notice that you can start to bend your knees. By bending your knees, you will notice that you're not fully crouched over. You are just in a small sitting position. By bending your knees, it also gains you more stability for moving sideways, but also to keep you balanced while playing. You will also want to make sure that you keep the table palm in front of you, making sure that it is above the table and your hands are aligned. Next, I will teach you how to serve the tennis ball. Next would be getting in the proper position. Hold the ball flat in the palm of your hand. To start a legal serve, you must keep your hand completely open and flat. After you pick up the ball, let the ball sit there for a second or two, as your hand needs to be stationary or still before you throw it up into the air. This is how a proper toss would look. You would keep your ball above the table and behind the serve line. The hand holding the ball, which becomes your free hand, has to be above the table as you get ready to serve. And it should look like this. Next would be your placement of the racket. Keep the racket hand behind the ball to hide it. The placement should look like this, with the racket behind the ball. The ball should be tossed in the air vertically rather than sideways or diagonally. It should be tossed 6.3 inches in the air, or 16 centimeters. If the ball goes any lower, it is considered an illegal serve. Lastly, you must strike the ball when it is falling. Do not strike it while it is going up in the air or when it's at the top of your throw. Wait until it is coming back down towards the table to avoid getting an illegal call. And lastly, always ensure that the ball bounces on your side before it goes over the net.